Good morning, guys. So it's 9:17 this morning on Thursday, and I let myself sleep in again. I'm getting, 6 or 7 hours of sleep at a time, so that's great. I feel like I'm really recovering. I'm feeling a lot better. I can still kind of hear it in my voice. I'm still a tiny bit congested, and I don't have a whole lot of taste and stuff. So I went through that in another video. My symptoms did not match in any way COVID at all because I'm a nurse and I try to keep up on some of that stuff. But there are so many strains of it, and just because I didn't have a fever or any body aches or anything like that, just because it doesn't seem to have fit some of the symptoms doesn't mean I didn't have it. I did read that you can have a pretty severe other types of infections. You can have a severe upper respiratory infection, and you can still lose your sense of taste and smell. So who knows what I had, but it technically doesn't matter. I have been home off most of the time except for double masking for a few little things. Let's see. Going on 10 days now. Yeah, it was the Saturday before last that I realized I was sick and just started hunkering down. Well, actually, let's see. It wasn't the Saturday, it was the Sunday because I did go to church that Sunday morning and then realized, oh my goodness, I do not feel good. So actually the Sunday when I really started realizing that I better stay home and not make other people sick. So anyway, I let myself sleep until 7. So yeah, I'm just now getting down to my office. I don't like doing that. It makes me feel like my listings are hanging over my head. I like to start by 7:30. So that means getting up about 4 or 5 in the morning, going and doing a workout and all that. My cycling was canceled this morning, so I have another excuse that I did not work out. That's really just an excuse. I could have done a workout today. I may go with my husband later to walk the dog and put on my weight vest and try to get in 2 or 3 miles. I really am going to have to force myself. I love working out, so sometimes I work out twice a day. But when I do like have something happen and I'm out of the habit, then I do have to like re-gear myself up to get back into it, even though I really like it. So anyway, I've got steak marinating. I probably won't eat that till tomorrow. I've got it brining in some brine, and then I've got white bread in the bread machine. I've got a bunch of yeast that's going to expire, and I just want to use that up. So I got that started. So I better work out if I'm going to eat a bunch of white bread and eat so heavy. I guess that kind of answers that, huh? If you're gonna make loaves of homemade white bread, you better be doing something. All right, guys, I got 9 orders going out. I had shipped yesterday. My shipping video was about 11:30 in the morning. I know I went to the mail around 11:30, and now it's like I said, it's 9:20. So I've got 9 orders. I'm not thrilled with them. There's one decent one. The rest are clearance or $9 and $10 and $12 items. Certainly not enough to make a living off of unless you're selling 30 or 40 of these items a day, at least with the income I'm trying to make. So today is going to be definitely listing, editing, all of that kind of a day. Thankfully, I have some good stuff behind me that I think will get my sales and my income back up. So I'm happy with the numbers. I don't mind having 10 to 15 sales a day, but I need those once a day, $50 to $100 items to be able to stay in the $500 sales range a day. So I looked at my my scrolling week and my scrolling 30 days, and it says that I'm at 1941.60 for the last 7 days. But a few days ago I posted how I was at 2500 for 7 days. So these are 2 different 7 days, and it's just a scrolling total. If I have a good sales day today, they'll bump right back up. I've been sending offers. I noticed yesterday I got really busy and I was listing and cleaning up, and I didn't send offers for about 5 or 6 hours. So when I got ready to go upstairs and quit, I had like 13 offers, and I really should have been sending those on the hour because by the time I sent those, people were in bed. So it's fine if your sales are where you need them to. You shouldn't feel tied to your phone like you can't take time off. But for me, I really was aware that I need to be doing everything I can. I have a sale running. I'm doing all I can on that. I have a good coupon out there. I have a sale, promoted listings, so I'm doing all that I can on that. So now it's just a matter of I'm not listing high enough in stuff, and I am taking offers. These are things, a lot of these things are like number 2000 or number, 3000, and I'm on 4000 listing now. So these are things I've had for months and months, sometimes almost a year. And so it's fine. And I did pull off, about 10 items yesterday. If you happen to catch that video, I pulled off about 10 items that just are not going to sell. And I think eBay likes to see your numbers going up, not down. And I haven't listed today. And I did not list 10 items yesterday to make up for the 10 that went. So I don't think it's a real surprise. I'm not going to blame eBay when it's my fault. I think, if you're doing everything you can and eBay is doing something, then you can get a little bit, mad at eBay. But most of the time, if you really look at how busy you have been, then there's an explanation. Because I used to do that in the summer. I'm like, why isn't eBay helping me? And I'm not selling a lot. But the truth is, my kids were home in the summer. I wasn't as efficient. And 99% of my summer sales problems were me not working as much. We were going on vacations. We were putting ourselves on 3 and 5 day shipping rather than 1 day shipping. And so it makes common sense that eBay wants to send traffic to people who are going to ship within a day or two. I do think you get more traffic. So today I'm going to grind it out, really make sure that this weekend is back up where it needs to be. I've got, I'm kind of torn because I've got really good stuff, especially of my son's on the spreadsheet, that if I edit it, it's good stuff. Even the edited price is, $50, $60, $100. So we need to get in there and do that. And I think those things will sell pretty quickly. So I want to do that. But then I also have some really good stuff behind me, and these are new listings. So I'm going to try to do a little bit of each, which I don't like. I don't like to switch gears 100 times a day. I like to, just enjoy my day, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna make it happen. All right, guys, we better get shipping because I have a lot to do today, and I'm sure you do too. I hope you're watching these while you work. First of all, that way you're not, paying too much attention to me. I don't really like being on video. It may sound like it, but I truly don't. I do it because it's good for me, makes me do something out of my comfort zone, right? And that's what life's all about. And then plus I think it just helps the community. I like to hear people, what they're selling, but sometimes, people can't put out enough content for me to watch 12 hours a day while I'm working of stuff. This is a good sale. I'm happy with this. This is a Title IX skort. I've heard skorts are just flying through the roof, so I've been trying to add more skorts to my store whenever I see them. This is a bins pickup. It's a size large, so that's good. It had promoted listings on it and a 28% off coupon, so the total shipped was $21.29. Let's see where it's going. Yesterday, after that last order, I know I kept saying it's going to Texas, it's going to Texas. Then I hadn't pulled that last really heavy order of that pot, that chamber pot, and it was going to Texas. So let's see if Texas is my friend again today. Maybe I need to, I don't know, put up some billboards in Texas or something if everybody loves me. Let's see. Where are we going to? I'm waiting on this to scroll. Nope, Colorado. Nederland, Colorado. And so that'll be cheap for me. I'll probably make a little bit on the shipping. Let's see. First class only $4.59 and I charge $6.50. So that makes up for some of the promoted listing and stuff. So that's good. Good, good, good. I could get out of town today if I'd wanted to, and if I had my finances and my cash flow all calculated today and my son paid, I would maybe consider it by 4 in the afternoon, because I really would like to put those 3 or 4 bins behind me away for any time in the next few weeks when this weather pattern happens again. I really need to invest some cash and just put some stuff away. But I think tomorrow's a better day. Just because you can make it over the mountain doesn't mean it's a fun trip. And it looks pretty icy out there still. Plus, I just feel like I need one more day today to try to knock it out. I feel good, but I've just kind of lost a couple days of productivity in there. I didn't lose as much as you would think for being sick for 10 days. I feel very blessed that I wasn't laid flat on my back for 10 days as sick as I have been. But thankfully, the one symptom I did not have was a lack of energy, so that's good. So I was able, in between full-time, drinking water and drinking fluids and all that goes along with that, I'm blessed to have had quite a bit of energy to get my work done for the most part. Okay. All right, now we've got Levi's 501XX. I think I had flaw in these. I can tell they're very, very distressed, which on Levi's sometimes doesn't make a difference and sometimes it does. So these are number 2,374, and we're way into the 4,000s now. So these are older. I just took an offer. I don't even care what I took. I do have hemmed, grunge, and holes. So I think if the jeans have a certain look to them, then people will go for it. They do want the distressing, but these had like a ton of holes. I don't think in the inseam. But anyway, this was part of that group that I just got all those free tubs at that garage sale like 2 years ago. And I just took all the jeans they had. And a lot of them turned out to be super good. But I just listed them all because it was so similar. It was so fast. And so I'm getting, $8 and $10 on the ones that were, where is my tape gun? Here we go. So no regrets. I don't really like sales this low, but it sold via promoted listings and they did not use a coupon. So for the customer, you have to think they're paying $22.32 all in for this pair of hemmed, jeans with holes in it. So even though I only took 12, they have shipping taxes, all of that. So that's a lot for a pair of jeans with all kinds of damage on them. Especially hemmed, hemmed is a big deal. So I put the actual measurements. These were a 38-36. I mean, that is oh man, that size is great. Long, tall, but they'd been hemmed down to like a 31. So we'll see, see if I get a return on these things. Maybe a pain waiting to happen. We'll see. I charged $8.99 because that's how long I've had these. Now I'm charging $9.75 on priority flat rate padded, but anyway, so it's only $8.30. That's not bad. No new orders yet. Waiting for this to print here. I might run back down to the thrift here. I'm trying to find some stuff that I need out of here. I'm trying to, go through 10 items a day and see if there's anything that I just want out of my hair. But most of the clothing goes to consignment, so I really don't have much to take up here. But I may just skip it. I really need that extra 15-20 minutes. That's several more listings that I can do. My printer isn't liking me today. It kind of shut off. Once in a while it'll do that. It's just odd. I don't know why. Oh, goodness. I gotta love that. There we go. I don't know, the light just didn't want to stay on. I really need to have a second backup printer. I have a different one, which I have used at my mom's. That's where it came from. She had too many printers when she ended up moving. And it's a good printer. But it would take me like 20 minutes to download all the stuff. So, and this one has always worked until now, of course. Oh, goodness. There we go. I don't know what's going on with it. Let me unplug it and give it a second to reset. Oh, guys, welcome to, welcome to life. This is how it goes sometimes. I'm going to plug it back in. I don't know what the deal could be. All right, looks like it's staying on, so I'll tell it to print again and see what happens. Now it'll print like 25 of these. Here it goes. It's going before I clicked print. I think it's gonna, okay. Yeah, now I'll get like 5 of them. I have no idea what's going on. Thank you, Lord, that this thing's fixed. Otherwise, I don't mind. I need to, it's a chore I need to do anyways, get that second printer hooked up. But I don't really want 2 printers here just for an emergency. So that's kind of always my thing, is how much of a backup plan do you have? Do you have 2 or 3 printers all hooked up and sitting around just because? So I hate to be that type A and over prepared. I'll just deal with it when it happens. Thankfully, it's a printer I have used before. The one thing I should do though is I really should make sure I have ink cartridges for that second printer, because you know I haven't used it for several months. You know, I brought it with me from Texas when my mom moved, and you know, if I had to really print off of it for a week while I was waiting for something with this one or whatever, then I probably wouldn't have enough ink. So that's actually something on my list I need to do. And that never occurred to me till now. I need to be up on that. I believe in having backups. Where I live, there is a little tiny office store. And I could run up there and they might have the ink for the brother, the other one. For this one, I don't think that they would have for my main printer that I'm used to doing. So I always have 2 or 3 on hand for that reason. I can get to Walmart most days. It's like 40 miles away. So, you know, yes, I can always find some other reason and some other things I need and just make a trip of it. But if you're trying to get your mail out by 2 o'clock like I am, and I suddenly discover at 11 that my ink isn't working or whatever, I have friends and I could, you know, go figure it out somehow. But yeah, it's better that I don't. Is that not like the second time I've dropped something? I'm starting to worry about myself. Okay. This is a Nike bra. I don't know what's going on. Via promoted listings, no coupon, $7.08 plus shipping, so $13.19. It's a women's small green polka dot. So for a small Nike bra from the bins, I'll take 7. That's actually pretty good. I do look at my listing time when I'm thinking about, you know, doing some of this lower end stuff. For a while, I was just doing like all the Nike bras and everything, because you can really list really fast if you're doing sell similar. I still have kind of gotten away from that. I'm kind of more in the vein of looking things up, looking up some of the style names, and trying to be in the $30, $40 range. That's kind of where I'm at. I know that if I just go grab a bunch of stuff that's all kind of similar, that I can list it in just a very short time. But then I have another trip to make, and my trips cost me a fortune. You know, I can't just go downtown and grab some stuff. So I think I'm making the right decision to try to get to 30 a day, only higher end stuff. Not higher end as in Chanel, but just higher end. There's so many ways to do this business. So many different people do it different ways, and I'm just trying to improve. I'm happy where I'm at. If I had to live at 10,000 in sales a month for the rest of my life, it would be really good. But I just know there's a lot of things I haven't implemented yet, and we really do need, you know, a little bit more in our personal family. You know, we're older and we have some making up to do because of life, and you know, we want to retire halfway well. So I feel like I have 20 or 30 years left to work. I see lots of 75 and 80-year-olds working. So, and I don't want to retire. I don't want to just golf. It's nothing against people who do that. It's just not my thing. I want to work, and I enjoy building businesses, so I want to keep trying anyway. If I have the health to do it, that's always the kicker. Let's see what that was about. I don't think it was an eBay thing. Nope, I got to plug my phone in. Anyway, Disney Rise of the Skywalker. This is a Disney Spirit jersey shirt. And I sold it for 36 bucks plus shipping, $49.13. Sold via promoted, no coupon used. So that's a good sale. This was a bin find. So probably like $2 because it's going in a priority flat rate. This one's going to California. It's kind of more of a Henley. I don't know. I think Jersey was just kind of the way the wording was. Might not have been the best use of terms because it's kind of more of a shirt. But anyway, my pictures are very, very clear. So hopefully people know what they're getting. So this is like my best sale of the day. I mean, it's good, but that's kind of sad. Everything else is like 12, 15, 10. So I really need to make sure I'm sending offers on the hour every time I have them available. And then I need to get some heavy duty listing as soon as I get back. I need to make sure that I have some good stuff. And speaking of paper and the printer, I need to grab some paper over there. I'm out of paper. Okay. Oh, actually, I lied. I have one more decent sale on these Dance Goes here. $29.99 plus shipping, $42.12. So that's not bad. These were handed to me at the bins by some lady. I was kind of chatting with her a little bit, and she's like, "Do you want these?" And I didn't know. I don't necessarily do a whole lot of shoes, but I tested them for dry rot, and I put CNA and nursing and everything in the title. And so I would have paid, let's see, I would have paid about $6 because these aren't lightweight shoes. So, because they're 2 pounds, 6 ounces. So they weren't a cheap bins pickup. And anyway, $29.99 plus shipping. The customer's all in for $42.12. So pretty good sale. I will take it. 6 to $29.99. I think, okay, I will do that most of my life. Let's see if I charged enough in shipping though here. Let's see. This is going to Michigan, Ann Arbor, Michigan. I love Michigan. Grew up going there a lot. So, yeah, I didn't change my shipping like I should have. So I'm going to lose about $2 or $3 on shipping. I don't know why I put $9.75. Because they're heavy. They're not 1 pound 15 like most tennis shoes. And I just wasn't paying attention when I listed them. So, definitely messed up on that. Let me see. I could take them out of this, and UPS ground is $11.76. So technically that would save me $2. Let me see if I have a box. Honestly, I don't know if it's worth my time and tape. But I'm going to set these aside, and I might find a cheaper way to send those. I've got a box that size somewhere, so I will just skip that one, and because that's a pretty big difference. I'll just go UPS with those. You always have to look at your time, though. I don't think I have any other UPS orders, so I'm making a second stop, which is like a block up from the post office, and I walk right in. It's not a UPS store where you have to wait in line. It's just literally a construction store, and they do UPS in town, so it's not like it's any big deal. That'll give me 2 places to go today, because today I really have nowhere to go except the thrift if I run there. I don't need groceries. I have nowhere to go, so get me out of the house a little bit. These are Rag & Bone jeans, women's size 30. I put army green. They sold with promoted listings and a 28% off coupon, so I got $19.18 total shipped. So, not bad. not bad. I'm sure I could have waited. Rag and Bone are a pickup for me. I'm sure I could have waited for like 35. These are tapered leg though, which I'm hearing is kind of, you know, not in right this exact second. So I have a ton of tapered leg stuff kind of in my store from, you know, 6 months ago when it was the thing to pick up. These are going to California. So anyway, so I'll take that. That is good. But yeah, not the goal. The goal is, you know, 30 to 40, and then if you have to take a sale price or something, you know, come down to 25. So I'm really trying to pick up good stuff. I'm excited about the stuff behind me. I have a chenille bathrobe that should be 60 or 70. I have a pair of boots back there that's 40. I have that acrylic scratchy sweater. I showed it yesterday if you happen to catch that video on my mini haul. And I'm going to put it at about 40. I've been listening to so many people, and I would have never thought to put scratchy sweater. I would have thought that was like something you don't want to put. But right now, I guess acrylic scratchy sweaters are all the rave. So I am going to fill whatever people want. Whatever people want, I'm there. I'll find it. I'll go to the bins, and if people want a bunch of scratchy, bright sweaters, you know, that I would have worn in the 80s, I would have worn these. So who am I to say that it's strange? Because I so would have worn this sweater when I was growing up. Definitely an 80s or 90s sweater. All right, Big Mac workwear. I think I expected to get a little bit more for these. For a while there, I was doing all workwear pants. I was just picking them up at the bins, and a lot of, I had, you know, not a name for myself, but, you know, the algorithm liked me, and I had a lot of people buying my workwear, but, you know, even some Carhartts had kind of dropped. They're so heavy at the bins, so I'm not going to do that on all stuff. I do try to pick up some Duluth trading in the jeans still, even though they're like $4 to pick up at the bins anyway, so you might as well just buy them at a regular thrift. These, no promoted listings or coupon, and I got $8.77 plus shipping, so to the buyer, they paid $18.02 on these all in. And I always try to remember that, you know, they're paying $10 in shipping on these. So, you know, whatever you're picking up, you got to ask yourself, they can go buy these $30 new. So so I'm going to take it and run. Even at the bins, this is over a pound, so this would have been like a $3 pickup. So not a whole lot of profit. This is going to New York. I'm going to list my most expensive stuff first, just because I feel like my sales are down a little bit. I'm going to get that humidifier listed. That should be, I mean, it's definitely worth $180. I don't know if it'll sell within 24 hours, but I definitely need to bump up, get some interesting stuff in my store. I have the littler humidifier. It should go for 40 or 50, but it's just one of those popular things. So I'll probably, as soon as I'm done getting back from the mail, I'll probably go upstairs and take like half an hour and get those cleaned, photoed, and listed. And especially on the $180 one, I'll take 5 minutes and make a video. I don't ever have returns on those. I've never had one of those vintage humidifiers returned, and I think a lot of it is because, you know, I make, like I just take 2 seconds and make a video. And I think it just, you know, they can't say it didn't work when I shipped it anyway. All right, these are Wrangler tan jeans. Again, either when I was doing all that workwear, let's see, this is number 1816, so I've definitely had these a long time. These are also tapered, and they have a flaw, so I don't even know what the flaw was. But anyway, I took $7 plus shipping, and I'm happy. I want this stuff out of here. I want to replace it with that, you know, $60 chenille bathrobe. I don't mind bread and butter. It's just that this didn't flip fast, and this had a flaw, And I'm not saying I regret listing it, because I was listing hundreds within a day, you know, just sell similar, take photos. So I don't mind that I did it, but because it still adds up. And especially if this was from the garage sale where I got it all free anyway, then that's fine. Um, but yeah, I wouldn't pick it up again. That is for sure. I don't know what I would do now if I got, you know, those. I mean, it was more than 5 tubs. It was a ton of tubs of free jeans. I think she thought people would use it for cutter fabric, and she didn't realize that some of the jeans were totally intact. There were some where the pockets had been cut and that, but whoever thought they were going to do it, they had left a ton of the jeans untouched. I didn't find any Big E's or anything in there, but I sold a ton of those. Were old enough that I sold them for $100 a pair. They just were really that vintage look. They had the washout, they were the button fly, they were really cool jeans. So that was just an amazing pickup. And while my son and I were loading those, you know, you could tell people were like watching, like, oh my gosh, she just got all those. They'd been sitting there. I was not the first person to the garage sale. They were just sitting out on the other side of the barn and said free. And I think that when you looked at the top, it looked like a bunch of denim material and stuff, and no one just happened to take the time to dig down in there and see that there were full pair of jeans in there. And I'm a scavenger, so I did. I looked in there. All right, Madewell jeans. These I'm a little disappointed. I was going to see what the style was. Oh, these say hemmed. I was like, why did these jeans not sell either? So they're Madewell. They're the rail straight, which right now I think it is people are either doing tapered joggers or they're doing flare or boot cuts. So just the straight cut on these is probably a deterrent anyway. And then, excuse me, these say hemmed. And so anytime you get hemmed, people are going to be like, oh, what does it look like? When I do a hemmed pair of jeans, which I never aim for, I never will pick up a hemmed pair of jeans unless it's just like some very rare thing or some vintage rare thing. But, what was I going to say? I always take a photo of the hemming and say, you know, good hemming looks good. But these were supposed to be a size 29 waist 34, and someone like me, probably, you know, we're guilty of this, hacked them down to a size 28. I don't hem jeans. I just search longer and go to more thrift stores looking for petite jeans. I will not hem jeans. I'm too lazy, but I know a lot of people do. So, they used a 28% off coupon, no promoted, and so these are $15.91 all shipped, and it says a repeat buyer, so she may have just come back to my repeat buyers, to my followers and stuff. I send 30 and $32% coupons usually, so I don't know why she didn't get that one. Because I'm pretty faithful at trying to send those out. But anyway, I mean, I'm breaking even on these, if that. Because, let's see, I'll go look. $15.19, $9.75 of it's going to go to shipping. So, you know, you're talking $6. If I got these at the bins, I may still eke out a buck profit, but definitely not something I'm doing. These would not have been in those tubs for free because those were 99% men's jeans, if I remember right. It's been 2 years ago, but if I remember right, it would have. So it's only going to cost me technically $8.30 to actually send it. So out of the $15.91, $8.30, you know, I might make a couple bucks. Definitely not worth my time though. Would not recommend it. It's hard to make a living on $2 a piece. Now, if it's media or people who sell DVDs and they can do 200 or 300 a day, you know, that's a business model and that's fine. But when you're measuring pants and, in my case, I wash stuff, you know, so, yeah, not a profit I would suggest trying to aim for. Going to Salt Lake City, Utah. Well, guys, that is all I have as far as shipping. I'm going to go fix that Dansko pair of shoes and try to get the shipping to come down a couple bucks. I think that's worth my time. I know I have some boxes that I'll just throw that into, and I'll drop that off at UPS. later on, if I take off a bunch of stuff off of eBay, if I get that far, or in the next couple days, I'll make a video of the next batch of stuff I'm removing off of eBay or editing or whatever. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, or if you could like, I would really appreciate that. Thank you. Bye-bye.